were going over some items in our public policy committee meeting and determining what were some of the areas that we would dedicate our attention to relative to business, life, all of that. And it was something that was on my mind for a long time as you watch and see what transpires in our everyday lives. Those of us are aware of, if we watch the news, we're aware of domestic situations, we're aware of political situations, we're aware of community, police, citizen situations, and we're aware of things that happen in our everyday life. And we came to the conclusion as a committee, not even a consensus, a unanimous opinion, that if we could launch a campaign, just an awareness campaign that was so essential, just to remind everybody about civility, about treating each other right. Let's say the golden rule, if you like to say. And so that's what transpired. That's how this all came about.
We're proud to be a part of encouraging civility, particularly in the public dialogue. I don't really think there's a better time, there could be a better time to enter into this partnership than right now, when you consider everything that's going on. We're all aware of everything that's happened over the past month or so down in Indianapolis, and if there's any place civility could have really been used, that would have been the place. But we've also got a mayoral election going on, and think about the issues that we've had at a few of our local basketball games over the past season. All coming down to basically that lack of civility, that lack of respect that we show each other. I get to see this on a daily, on a weekly basis for sure, because we write things in the paper that not everybody agrees with. And when you look at some of those things that come back directly to me, my mom would not be very proud if she happened to read some of those emails. My favorite example, I remember leaving a basketball game not too long ago, and I had a string of 6 emails that had come in while I was sitting there. And on half, I'm being insulted, and the newspaper's being insulted because we're too liberal. And on the other half, and this was literally true, 3 and 3, we're too conservative. We're too conservative, we're too liberal, and the names that are being thrown at us from both sides are just bad. And I know that we're not alone in that, particularly when people sit down behind a computer to type out an email. All politeness, all the manners, everything you've ever been taught goes out the window. But what I truly believe is that most people aren't evil. I think very, very few people are truly just bad. And most people really aren't stupid. We all mean well. We just see the world slightly differently from each other. We have different priorities and different ways of getting where we want to go. But at the end of the day, we all generally agree on more than we disagree on. And when we lose civility, when we resort to name-calling and questioning people's motives, we get further and further apart. But if we're going to accomplish what we can accomplish in Northwest Indiana, we're going to have to come together. It's really hard to partner with somebody who a few weeks ago was insulting you, particularly if they're doing it in a public way. But if we can keep our conversation centered on issues, respectful, civil with each other, that person who may be your biggest opponent today could be your best ally tomorrow.
This is a great partnership with the Gary Chamber and the Times. We couldn't do it without the community, and it's very clear the community is the big part of this initiative. But let me tell you what we can do now that we've unveiled a logo. If you notice at the bottom, we've created a hashtag that we're going to ask everyone here and everyone who follows us and everyone who will is to tweet this out. With that hashtag, share it through social media, share our logo, share the coverage that is done here today. Tell people why civility is important to you using the hashtag. And at the Times, we will do the same thing and tweet it out to our 14,000 or so followers. We'll use our social media, a huge social media effort. Who knows what we can do from here? We could get candidates to see it and retweet it. It starts in Northwest Indiana and it can go anywhere else. We also at the Times will tweet out asking people to share a civility moment and we hope everyone will do that as we move forward. Everyone can be involved in this. This isn't a Gary or an NWI thing. This is everywhere.